Welcome, fellas, to the Captain Saver Bro Show, episode 38. How to get over a breakup and heal properly. That's right. I have to do this, man. I have to do this. It's 38 episodes in. I have to do this. I haven't talked about this, but I've been getting a lot of guys says, how can I get over a breakup? What do I do? How do I turn off my feelings? So we got to do it. But first, before we get into the game, man, this video is brought to you by the seductionmastery.com. The Seduction Mastery. Seduction Mastery is my new course that's coming out. We're releasing it on May 15th. Get on the wait list right now. Go to the seductionmastery.com or click the link in the bio, the description, the chat, wherever you see the link at, click it or go to the seductionmastery.com. Guys, this course is my best work yet. It's my most robust work. It's hours and hours and hours of game, breaking down different female types, female archetypes, seduction strategies, different seduction styles, the whole nine. We break this game down. I'm going to actually teach you how to seduce women and give them emotional excitement. Women are bored today. Women are very bored, and women have been bored, and they are leaving you. And they leaving you for Instagram. It's no wonder why women say they would rather have a man than have an Instagram, because men provide no type of excitement, provide no type of thrill. All men are nowadays is just a paycheck and a guy that sits home and drink beer and watch sports. That's it. Women need to be fulfilled emotionally. They have to, or they will find other ways to stimulate themselves, like social media or other men or drama and gossip. Why don't you be the drug dealer? Why don't you be the guy? You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to teach you how to do that. Whatever type of woman you want, I'm going to teach you how to get her. I'm going to teach you how to get her. And with this one, I went dark, right? And the reason that I went dark is because I sometimes it's by any means, and you have to do certain things. And my thing is, so long as you use the information for good, so long as you use it for good, it's fine. Now, I don't want you guys using this to mistreat people. That's why it's not going to be available for too long. So get on the wait list. And if you're not on the wait list, you're going to miss out. Get on the wait list at theseductionmastery.com. Also, you'll get, countless other webinars with, Sterling Cooper teaching you how to, bedroom game and how to have threesomes. I got other webinars talking about sexual seduction, sexual escalation, sexual seduction in the bedroom, how to behave in the bedroom, how to seduce women's mind in the bedroom. I got another webinar talking about how to, taking a woman's soul, the art of taking a woman's soul. So this is going to be crazy. And you also going to get how to make a woman fall in love with you. That course, you're going to get how to make a woman fall in love with you and how to vet women properly. Package deal, sweet deal. You're not going to find no type of game nowhere else on the internet in real life like this. Do not miss this. Get on the wait list right now at the Seduction Mastery, theseductionmastery.com. Now, follow me on all social media platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, what else? And TikTok at King Dreism, KingDreism. And if you want to catch the show on Spotify or Apple Music, just type in the Captain Saver Bro Show. And I come right up. Make sure you guys rate me, give me a rating, and leave a comment or leave me a review on Apple or Spotify, and even on YouTube. Drop a comment and let me know what's up. I appreciate you guys, but let's get straight into this game. Oh, one more thing. Join the Players Club at theplayersclub.vip. Also, when you get Seduction Mastery, when you sign up for Seduction Mastery, you get 2 months free into the Players Club. So, and y'all already know the Players Club is my private exclusive men's community. So the playersclub.vip, go join that right now. But you wait until Seduction Mastery, you get it for free. But anyway, let's get to the game. All right, let's get into the game, fellas. So I'm going to read an email, but to set the backdrop for you, I put out a post on Instagram, TikTok, on all socials today. Basically, that came from a live stream on Tuesday, where I answered a guy's question, and he was in a situation with a girl that he didn't really see anything. He didn't want to be with her in a serious relationship, but he still wanted to deal with her because she's a single mother. And I warned him, the video was about warning him of the things to come from wasting his time, and how she's going to leave him and hurt him anyway. And now he's going to be all hurt and open about a woman that he didn't see a future with anyway, because you guys don't realize that, you know, your mind and logic can think one thing, but if your heart and if you're invested into something with your time, your energy, your heart is going to be in it, regardless of what your mind tells you not to do. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of you guys don't understand that. So, you know, I put this video out, and then the guy hit me up, basically saying, you know, you are so right. You know, I'm going through this right now. So I asked him what he's going through, and he sent me this long email. And I wanted to read the email, and I wanted to kind of chop up game about the email and also help guys like him and guys like you get over your breakups. But I'm going to play the video for you guys so you can see, and then we can set the tone. I can tell that the girl I'm talking will want a relationship, but deep down, I don't want that because she's a single mother, but I still want to keep dealing with her. How would you handle this? I would let her go because you wasting both of y'all motherfucking time, bro. That's if it's one thing that I could change, man, it would be like wasted time. The time that I feel like I wasted dealing with people that I ain't really getting nothing out of, and I knew I didn't want them, and they're stupid, bro. And when you play with people like that, you're going to get what's coming to you, bro. This is what y'all don't realize. Whether your logic says, I don't want to be in a relationship with this woman, right? You still attached to her. You still have emotional feelings for her. So what's going to happen is she's going to realize, hey, I'm not getting what I want out of this. And so I'm going to give somebody else this pussy. The girl going to eventually leave you anyway when she realizes she not getting the commitment what she want from you. You basically hustling backwards. Why fuck with a person on that type of level and you know you don't want nothing, bro? This ain't about, oh, don't hurt her. It's about not hurting yourself because you're going to hurt yourself in the process. That's one thing these dating coaches don't tell y'all. Your heart's still in that. But the more time you spend with her, the more time you have sex with her raw and all that. You see what I'm saying? The more time you invest it, you invest it. If that woman right now walked away from you right now, stopped answering the phone, your ass to have a meltdown. If that chick right now, you call her and her phone was dead all night and she called you at 7, you'll have a problem with that. Your heart gonna start coming out. Fella, stop playing yourself like that. Fuck with chicks who you want to fuck with. It's more than enough women to go around. You damage yourself and you damage another person in the process, bro. You hustling backwards. All right, so that's the video. So now we're gonna read the email. He says, so I've been knowing this girl for about 3 years now, been on and off during the time. I had met her at the end of my past relationship that I was in for 9 years, high school sweetheart type shit. But when I first met the woman, me and her just fell for each other instantly. Like the first week we started talking. I ended up getting her pregnant the second week of us dating, even though I was still in a relationship. After the third or fourth week of us messing with each other, I called it quits because I wasn't trying to have a child with her because I still had my own situation going on. It was all my karma. Let me tell you why I feel that way. So after I called it quits, after she got pregnant, I went missing on her, basically living the life I was living by her, meaning he went back to the ex. Before I basically living the life I was living before her. But while she was pregnant, she would text me every blue moon, sneaking away from the guy she was dating before me to talk to me. So this is all types of raggedy. All types of red flags, honestly. Stop. This shit is super raggedy. Super, super raggedy. Fellas, you got to stop. You got to stop dating raggedy like this. It's just raggedy, bro. Like, value yourself more than that. Love yourself more than to put yourself in a situation to where you in raggedy bullshit that just chaos and drama and hurt and misery. Come on, man, you know? But he says all types of red flags, honestly. So fast forward, I had ended up giving her another chance because of the circumstances of the baby. Even though me, him, or her didn't know who the father was. So he ended up giving her another chance, even though he didn't want her in the first place. He didn't want this girl in the first place. She was a rebound. Even though me, him, and her didn't know who the father was, she told me that her and him was broken up maybe a month before I came into the picture. So at the end of the day, I can't do nothing but go off the conceived date the doctors gave us. So me and her ended up getting in a serious relationship back in October 22nd. So he ended up getting in a serious relationship with this girl. Even though I had been talking to her, I was still dealing with other women, putting her on the back burner. She argued and ran away every bit of She argued and ran away every bit of 15 women that I used to deal with. So he writing kind of crazy. So basically saying when he got with her, he was dealing with a bunch of women, but the girl ran away all the women and basically isolated him, right? Likely really showing me that she loved me. I didn't put this in my notes, but I'm going to talk about that first as soon as this thing over. I got to talk about that. So we ended up, let me see. Sorry. So we end up kicking it back off in October. And since then, man, it's been hell. I dead ass did a 360 for this woman. I wasn't cheating. I was trying to make sure she was good in every way I could. I haven't worked a job through that whole time because she has 5 kids. The woman has 5 kids. And no help for real, like picking them up from school and daycare while she was at work. So I put my life on hold for her for months. So while this chick is at work, he stopped his life on hold to pick her up from school. Pick her kids up from school, drop her off. It's one thing to not date single mothers, man, but because that's not everybody's thing, but it's another thing to be stupid. Okay, you're going to date a single mother, cool. You're not going to date a single mother, cool, but don't be dumb. Don't be stupid. Anyway, let me get back to it. Like picking them up from school and daycare while she at work. So I put my life on hold for months, losing myself in the process and also missing out on a lot of positive things that I would have going on. I work solar for a living. So we do solar panels, I think. I do travel for work, but I've been here in my hometown for 6 months with no job, trying to figure out how I'm going to work a good, decent job and be close to her. The woman that was fucking him and fucking another dude raw and don't know who's the baby, right? You want to be close to her with 5 kids. She has threatened to cheat on me and all types of things if I go on the road. So if he goes on the road, she says she gonna cheat on him. So he put his whole career and his whole life on hold. She has been really disrespectful and controlling this entire time. And yesterday, I ended it really bad with us exposing each other on Facebook and really solidifying what we had. This shit is eating me up bad because at the end of the day, I feel like I did this to myself. You 100% right. You 100% did this to yourself and you deserve every bit of it. But I'll talk about that in a second. I have 0 kids and 0 responsibilities but myself. So this man ain't got no kids and he date a woman with 5 kids. That's crazy. I gave her a chance because she's always been at my neck and it burned me badly. So she was on his body heavy. She was on him heavy. He ain't like her like that. He gave her a chance anyway because she was vulnerable, right? We'll talk about vulnerable dating in a minute. And I just feel disgusted that I wasted my valuable time that I cannot get back. She constantly called me broke when she mad, and she calls me all types of things, honestly. Where do we begin? Now, first and foremost, before I get into this whole breakup shit, let me tell you guys something, man. Just because a woman is jealous and displaying jealousy, just because a woman is starting fights with other women and running other women off, and that don't mean she love you, bro. People are just territorial. But territorial and jealousy does not equal love. So you come into a situation, you dating a woman or whatever, and she tripping, you allowing her to trip and cause drama with the other people in your life. Why do you think that means she love you? No, human beings are just territorial. You ever see these TikToks or these Instagram social media reels or videos where it'll be a father, right? And the father would be holding the daughter and the mother would be right there next to him and the mother would touch the father while the dad is, holding the daughter or caressing the daughter or the little baby, and the mom will touch the dad and the little baby will spaz out or look at the mom all crazy and slap the hand of the mom. Babies do that. Little girls do that. That's babies. People are just territorial, but that don't mean they love. That means that I want this toy all to myself. That don't mean that somebody loves you, though. You guys have to wisen up. You guys got to smarten up. Now, you are extremely wild. You are extremely wild for having no children, but then you date a woman with 5 children. And then you stop your whole life in order to accommodate this woman's 5 children. That is the wildest thing that I've ever seen in my life. Now, I will date a woman with children because I'm bringing 3 to the table myself. You understand? I'm bringing 3 children to the table. So I would date a woman with children, right? And you know, if you date a woman with children, that's your thing. If you don't, that's your thing. That's fine. That's cool. However, if you're a man and you don't have children, I suggest you don't date women with children. You understand what I'm saying? Just don't date women with children if you're a man and you don't have children. Do what you're going to do, but be smart about it. Don't be stupid, man. Don't be stupid. But the fact that you would stop your money flow is crazy to me. Listen, women never, ever, 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 ever stop your flow. Never, ever stop your purpose. Never, ever stop your money in order to appease a woman, because she does not have it in her. No woman on this planet has it in her to replace your income or your purpose. No woman has it in them to give you a return on that. You will forever come up short. Never, ever put your money to the side or you know, your career or your purpose to the side for no one ever but you, because that's what's going to sustain you at the end of the day. And if you ain't straight, you can't take care of family anyway. You understand? You got a good job, you know, doing the solar thing. You got a good job, you're doing the solar thing, and you give all of that up. You understand? I want you guys to start valuing yourself more, right? I want you guys to start valuing yourself more and loving yourself more than just dealing with everything and putting yourself into like raggedy situations that yield you nothing but drama, man. If it don't serve you, man, if a situation don't serve you, don't put yourself in that situation, whether it's a woman, friendships, a job, whatever. If it doesn't serve your greater good, if it's not going to help you grow, you shouldn't be in it. You understand what I'm saying? You should not be in it. You guys have to, please, man, please love yourself. You ain't doing nothing but damaging yourself and damaging yourself and damaging yourself. All because, you know, you want some temporary solution because you have a scarcity mindset and you feel like you can't get better. And so you, my dude, get into a situation, just like I was saying in the video, you get into a situation because you're vulnerable, right? You get into a situation to where you give a woman a chance, not even a chance. I don't even want to say give a woman a chance, but you deal with a woman and you don't even like her like that. You ain't even really into her like that. And now your business all on Facebook, you got exposed, you're heartbroken, you don't know which way to go. You done gave up everything for a woman that you don't even like. If that's not hustling backwards, I don't know what is. I'm glad y'all have me to tell you this, and I need y'all to listen to me. I don't know why your fathers ain't telling you this. I don't know why your mothers ain't telling you this. I don't know why these dating coaches ain't telling you this type of shit. This is very important. And this is why men in this society are weak, because they do shit like this. You understand what I'm saying? But let me kind of move on, you know, and get into the breakup situation so I can help guys that's going through situations, you know, where they broke up, they leaving their relationships, their wife left them, their woman left them, you know, they heartbroken, they don't know what to do, they don't know where to turn. I got you. I'm gonna give you some game, right? First things first, man. When you break up from a woman, when the relationship is over, you guys have to start guarding your energy and guarding your vulnerability. I say this all the time. When you're down, when you're at low points, shitty women come around. Look at the situation that you just found yourself in. You were down and you were vulnerable. You see what I'm saying? You were down and you were vulnerable. And any woman who will let you have a baby, listen to me, fellas, you have to please make better decisions. Think. Any woman who, after a week of knowing her, will let you have sex with her without a condom, right? And skeeting her. Okay, let's take the condom shit away because y'all don't use condoms either, right? I use condoms. But let's just take the condoms away. Nobody uses condoms. Nobody believes STDs are real and, you can't catch shit that you can't get rid of. That shit is real. Y'all will find out one day. So let's take that off the table. But any woman who, after 1 week of meeting you, she don't know you, she don't know where you come from, she don't know your background, she don't know what type of money you make. If she will have sex with you without a condom and let you skeet in her and have a baby with you, that is a very goofy woman. That is a goofy woman, and you need to think what type of mother would bring a child into this world under those conditions. You understand what I'm saying? What type of mother? How do you even give her a chance when she would bring 5 children into the world under crazy situations like that, or crazy, she would bring a child into the world under conditions like that, crazy conditions like that. What type of mother would do something like that? Or what type of smart woman or decent woman would do something like that? But yet, after you see all of these crazy red flags, you get with her anyway? That's because you're vulnerable. You see what I'm saying? And when these women come around, listen, when you're vulnerable, everything feels good, fellas. When you get out here, you break up with your girl, you've been together 8 years, y'all split up, she leave you, she cheat on you, whatever the case may be, everything feels good. Everything feels right. Everything feels like a match made in heaven when you're vulnerable. Everything. Because pain heightens pleasure. And when you're in pain and somebody comforts this pain with pleasure, it heightens it and it makes it feel like this is just divine type of shit, but it's not. It's an illusion. You're just hurt. And it just feels good that somebody actually is comforting you, and it feels like love. It feels like attraction because you've been starved for this shit the last 5 years because your girl ain't sleeping with you. She been talking shit to you and disrespecting you. So when you get something normal and healthy, you think that it means the world. But that's vulnerability. That's when you're vulnerable. You have to protect your vulnerability. You have to protect your vulnerable energy. And you have to understand, like I was saying before I kind of went on a tangent, when you're vulnerable like this is the type of women you meet. It's no secret. I've never met no man that says I was down on my luck. I was heartbroken and my dick was in the dirt. I was fucked up. I didn't have confidence and I met the woman of my dreams and we're happily ever after. It don't really work like that because good women typically don't dig in the dirt. I'm not saying a good woman won't fuck with you if you're not the super high value man and no shit like that. But a good woman, a good feminine woman who looks for a masculine man to lead, provide, protect her, create spaces for her and all this type of shit. A good woman like this, she has access to what she needs to have access to. She's not going to dig in the dirt to get what she needs because good women are getting scooped up. Men are after good women. And so you ain't gonna, good, well, you got to get them fast, but guard your vulnerable energy, man. Guard your vulnerable energy because look what happened to you. You see what I'm saying? When you don't guard that shit, when you're not careful, when you out here dating hurt, everything feels good. Everything feels heightened. And then you make dumb, stupid decisions based on your vulnerability. You make dumb, stupid decisions like the one that you made. Leaving your career, leaving your good paying job to go be a nanny for this bitch kids, 5 kids. You see what I'm saying? The chick that was just fucking you raw and somebody else raw, so she don't know who the baby daddy is. Let me tell you something. If a woman don't know who the daddy is, that means she's letting multiple people nut in her raw. That is disgusting, bro. And you still give up everything for it. Some of you guys need therapy. Some of you guys you need more than me. You need some therapy because that's crazy. That's wild. But guard your vulnerability. Now, the price for violating the game, the price for doing the wrong thing and making bad decisions is heartbreak. That comes with it. That's the process. You are not immune to the consequences of doing things wrong. Every action, there's a reaction. Everything that you do has consequences. And when you lay down with dogs, you come up with fleas. When you lay down with dirtbags chicks and slutty chicks and chicks who low value, low quality chicks, you get your heart broken. There's no way around it. That is the price. You have to accept it. You understand what I'm saying? That is the price. You have to accept it. There's no way around it. Stop asking me how to turn off your feelings. You can't turn off your feelings. That's the price. Go through the shit, learn, get stronger. And if you don't want to feel that, make better decisions. And let me say something. A lot of you guys make stupid decisions because you think you have frame, right? And you know, there's nothing wrong with being a solid man, right? There's nothing wrong with being a solid, strong man and, you know, having quote unquote frame. But the thing is, you guys lean on that as if you're not human beings. Do you realize that you're a human being, a delicate human being? This is how delicate you are. If I took my hand and I wrapped it around your throat and I squeezed it, in 3 to 4 minutes, probably not even that, you would pass out. In about 5 to 6 minutes, you would die. That's how delicate you are, right? I don't care how much frame you have. You're a human being. And you guys need to treat yourselves like delicate human beings. I didn't say sensitive or soft, but I said delicate and precious. And what you're supposed to do is preserve yourself, meaning make good decisions. Do you think a person who's health conscious, let's say, shout out to King Keto, Brandon Carter. Imagine if he applied this concept of frame to his diet and his health and what he put in his mouth. And he says, you know what? I'm going to eat sugar today. I'm going to fucking eat sugar today, and I'm going to drink Coke, and I'm going to eat all type of rice, and I'm just going to eat crazy and eat candy and eat sweets because I have frame, and the frame is going to solve it. No, he's a human fucking being, and when you put that type of shit into your body, it destroys your body. When you deal with negative women, it destroys your body. It destroys your mind. It destroys your emotions. It destroys you. It rewires your brain, despite how much frame you fucking have. Do you understand what I'm saying? Treat yourself like a human being. Don't just go doing shit because you just think you got frame and this and this and that. Again, apply that same concept to nutrition and you'll see how ridiculous it is. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with quote unquote having frame and being a solid man and not letting people rattle you. But frame is not going to save you because you're a human being with human emotions and a human brain and a human heart and human neurotransmitters and human feelings and a human spirit. And if you feed it negativity, I don't give a fuck what kind of frame you think you have, you are going to feel it and you are going to suffer the consequences. Understand that. Fuck that frame shit. Start treating yourself like you're a human being. And when you realize how much of a delicate human being you are, you're going to start moving differently. Trust me. You're going to start moving differently on some whole different shit. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying live in fear, but be smart and realize that it can happen to you too. Heartbreak can happen to you too. Disloyalty and disappointment from women can happen to you too. I don't give a fuck how much frame you have. You can have all the frame in the world, but if you get with a dirtbag bitch, you're going to get dirty and you're going to get what comes with that. I don't care how much frame you have. This is why you need the game, because the game shows you not to do that. The game, you guys think the game is fixing situations. All of you guys hit me up and I be seeing these goofy ass red pill dudes. All of their advice is tailored around fixing shitty situations. The game is about not being in that situation in the first place, picking the right women, not trying to, what do I do when my girl is going out and my girl is, going on girls trips? What do I do? How do I deal with that? So these guys think game is fixing that. Game is learning how to spot the women who don't do shit like that and winning them over and seducing them. Not having a magic wand to fix shitty situations, to fix dirtbag bitches. That ain't what the fucking game about. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm saying that because one of these goofy red pill dudes, I'm not gonna, he shall remain nameless, but he's a little hater dude. He won't say nothing directly to me, but if you've been keeping up on the live stream and on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. But he got a video like that, so I'm referencing him. He's one of these red pill dudes, one of these frame dudes, that find themselves in shitty situations and think that that's game because they can get the girl to stop going out for a little bit or no, bro. No, that ain't game. That ain't what game is. Game is having a strategy to get the shit that you want. The knowledge and the strategy to get the things that you want. And half of that is not doing the dumb shit. Not putting your money where your money shouldn't be. Not putting your energy where your energy shouldn't be. Having the mind to discern what a good bitch is, what a good woman is, and what a bad bitch is. You understand? And I'm gonna stop using the word the bitch word in reference to good women, because I want to separate the two. Now there are bitches. Now we're gonna call a bitch, but I'm gonna make a conscious effort to stop doing that, even in my personal life. But when you have the mind to discern what's a good woman who can treat you right and provide you value, and you can know how to extract value out of that from a woman who's a shit eater, that's game. Not trying to fix bullshit. We ain't fix-its over here. We don't just think that we can have frame and then we just gonna be okay because we have frame. Don't work like that. You can have all the frame you want to. You can have all the frame in a house you want to. If a tornado come, that's strong enough. If the elements come, that's strong enough. That frame don't mean nothing, brother. You understand what I'm saying? The key is being in tune, like the animals, right? Like the animals. See, the animals and the bush people, the people that plant their feet in the ground and shit like that, they in tune. So when Mother Nature comes, you don't really see dead animals. Dead animals get up out of there because they in tune. That's game. Not building a strong frame. I live in Florida, so I know everything about fucking frame because we get hurricanes every year. You understand what I'm saying? People in Cali and Nevada, they get, well, not in Nevada, but Cali, they get earthquakes. You see what I'm saying? The elements. Apply that to relationships. The elements, shitty bitches, sluts, drug addict women, women who mean you no good, low quality women. Those are the elements. Frame ain't gonna save you from that. Being in tune, right? Having game and being in tune and knowing, hey, I need to get up out of there. That's game. You understand? It's a difference. Remember, treat yourself like a human being. And this is no shot to my money muscles game frame dude. Shout out to John. That's my boy. That's my good friend. Fuck that. So this ain't no shot at him. But I don't want you guys to think that, okay, because I got frame, I'm good. You see what I'm saying? Now, that's why he put the game in it. Money muscles game frame. You see what I'm saying? But frame ain't gonna save you. And I'm talking about this frame thing because I was in my coaching call last night. Jump on the Players Club, by the way, on one of my coaching calls from the Players Club group. And this guy was talking this frame shit, but he was in a shitty situation. And I was teaching him the frame ain't going to save you. So that's why I'm having the frame conversation. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, remember, treat yourself like a human being, man. Now, another thing as far as like breakups go that I need you guys to understand is the ego will keep you, the ego will keep you from healing, man. The ego keeps you from healing. And all ego is basically your self-importance, your self-importance meter, how important you are to yourself, which is not a bad thing. Having a little bit of self-importance or having a healthy amount of self-importance is not really a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. However, when your ego is too big, right? When your ego is too big, you tend to lead with this ego, right? You tend to lead with this ego, and the world, unfortunately, does not revolve around you. And the world is not just about you. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times men, one thing that they do with this ego thing is they try to get back into the woman's graces, right? Because their ego can't take the L. And so they try to get back into the woman's good graces because they think that they're going to sleep with her and just leave and then flip the script on her. But it typically never really works out that way because they're not strong enough to do stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? And it's the ego talking. right? It's the ego that makes you want revenge because you feel like somebody violated you. You took it personal. You feel like somebody did something to you. And so your high level of self-importance makes you want to get revenge because can't nobody try you like that. It's all personalized and shit. And that's a bad way. When you ego hustling, man, you'll never get nowhere, and you'll never heal. Also, man, when you lead in with your ego, you don't allow yourself to let go because you always want a person back. Like that self-importance make you want a person back to satisfy your needs, to satisfy your desires, to satisfy your wants. You don't want to see them happy unless it's with you. Although it's clear that you can't meet this person's needs. This is why y'all clashing. You guys aren't compatible, whatever. You know, you don't want to see this person happy. You don't want to see this person thriving. You don't want to see another human being thriving if it's not with you. That's ego. The ego is a motherfucker, man. You have to stop operating outside of you have to stop operating and leading with your ego so you can let that girl go. Understand that, you fucked up. You made bad decisions, whatever the case may be. Let her go so she can go be happy and do her own thing. You see what I'm saying? When you're not dealing with you're not dealing from a place of ego and you truly love somebody like you say you do, you want to see them happy. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's with you or with anybody else. The women that I used to talk to, not that I want to say I love them, but I want to see them happy, bro. Like if I can't do it, somebody else do it. You understand what I'm saying? So ego is a beast. Now, never, ever pick up alcohol when you're in that state, ever. Many men get hooked on alcohol this way. Many men. This is how they get hooked on alcohol. To feel better, to take away the pain, and they end up on that shit forever. Most of these guys that's hooked out, that's in their 40s and 50s, that cannot go 1 second without drinking, they hooked up, that is behind heartbreak. Do not pick the bottle up during this time. I made this mistake. I was a casual drinker. I would drink on the weekends or when I had something going on, go to the club. I was a casual drinker all my life. Now I did it big sometimes. Sometimes I throw back a whole bottle in the club, get super fucked up. But I didn't drink every day. I didn't drink every night. My whole life, I never was like that. When me and my kids' mom split up, man, that shit took me to another level. And I just started drinking. I didn't realize what I was doing though. I didn't realize what I was doing, but I would start drinking. I would, go to the gym. On the gym, I'll stop by the liquor store, drink, give me a drink. So one day my boy was like, damn, man, you been drinking a lot. I'm like, I'm straight. I ain't, I'm not thinking that I'm getting myself hooked on this shit. So about 10 months later, I'm drinking a damn near a fifth every single night for like 10 months, bro. For like 10 months. And about a year into that shit, it would get around like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, right? And like dawn, like getting to be nighttime, like around 6 p.m. Every day it would start, I would get like extremely fucking anxious, on the verge of like panicky, like shaking anxious. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like I'm not understanding what's going on. And I would go to the gym, it would calm down. And I would go get my shit go to the liquor store, and I would be straight. And so after like a week or two of that, I was like, I think I'm addicted to alcohol. That's why I'm doing this. And so I stopped cold turkey. Ended up having to go to the hospital and all type of shit because I was drinking so much that I started withdrawing from it when I stopped cold turkey. I didn't know you're supposed to wean yourself off of alcohol and shit. But a lot of guys, luckily, I'm just the type of person that wants to be better, and I want to be strong, and I want to have the edge over other men. I want to have the edge in life. I want to be the sharpest. I want to, I don't want to say a warrior, but I'm one of them type of dudes. When I go into a room, I'm watching everybody. Okay, he drink, he smoke, he weak. I'm that type of dude, right? And I don't want to be under the heel of substances, right? And I've always been like that, but I couldn't shake this shit. And I smoked cigarettes too at the same time. Ironic, right? That I don't want to be under the hood or nothing, but I smoke cigarettes. So after I realized what's going on, like why I'm anxious every day around the same time, my body is needing alcohol and I'm about to freak. My central nervous system is about to freak the fuck out if I don't get some alcohol. And so once I realized that, I quit smoking cold turkey, I quit smoking, and I quit drinking. So I haven't smoked and drank in about, I don't know, 4 years or something. No alcohol, no cigarettes, no caffeine, no nothing. I've been raw dogging and shit. You understand what I'm saying? But had I not caught myself, had I not caught that, I would have been on the road, that road, just like many men, man. Alcohol is the ruin to many, many men. And it starts behind heartbreak. You get some heartbreak, you stop by the liquor store, and that shit hooks you. And it ends up taking a lot of us out, especially a lot of black men too. You know, white guys too, but you know, and to truth be told, man, a lot of men, period, man, in different society, it's just, you know, the media, they portray a certain type of race to be a certain type of way. But dealing with the people that I've dealt with, dealing with the types of women that I've dealt with, this is a common theme all over the world in any society. Alcohol, man, from heartbreak. Men get hooked on alcohol from heartbreak, and it's hard to shake that bottle, bro. So never, ever pick up alcohol. If your girl leave you, cheat on you, don't drink. Do not drink, because you're going to become addicted to that shit. So I just wanted to say that, and then I'm going to get into the steps. I'm about to get into, right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into the steps of, that you can take to help heal yourself from alcohol. Not alcohol. I'm going to get into the steps to heal yourself from a breakup, you know what I'm saying, and heartbreak. Because I think we need this, because we don't know how to heal, and we turn to alcohol, we turn to drugs, we turn to cheap pussy, you know, we turn to vulnerable women. We tend to self-destruct instead of using that energy to be productive and build. It's easier to self-destruct when you're vulnerable and you hurt. So I'm going to teach you how to build. Deep, it's too dark, and I do not need this in the public like that. So get on the wait list. Once you're on the wait list, boom, you're good. Go to the seductionmastery.com or click the link in the bio, the description, the chat, wherever you see this at, click the link. Now, let's get into it. I got 8 steps to take to help you heal from a breakup. And I know firsthand because I've healed from several breakups, right? When you play the game, you get burned. When you play the game, you know, women come and go, you're going to break up with women. So I have a system that helps you with that and to make it a lot easier. Remember, it's not going to be easy. This is the punishment for making a bad decision. You understand what I'm saying? Life going to punish you for making bad decisions. But the first step, fellas, to getting over a breakup is acceptance. Accept that L, right? But when you accept that L, which is that loss, once you accept it, responsibility kicks in, and that loss gonna turn into a lesson. So accept the L, and that's the first stage to growth, change, healing, whatever it is. Whether it's growth, whether you want to grow, whether you want to change, whether you want to heal, you have to accept first. And if you go to drug rehab programs, don't ask me how I know. I've been, right? I ain't never been on drugs, but I got caught with drugs, and I told them I did drugs, so they sent me to drug rehab. You know, the drug rehab program, you have to. The first step is to accept that you have a problem, and once you accept that you have a problem, now you can begin the process to changing it. So you have to accept that you took a L. You have to accept that, you know, you made a bad decision. You have to accept that you had some mishaps, right? If you don't accept it, you cannot grow, right? Once you accept it and you take accountability and responsibility for everything in your life, this is where responsibility comes in. Now responsibility makes you want to fix it. It makes you want to plug in the holes. It makes you want to do better. It makes you want to go at it again and try harder next time. You understand what I'm saying? Not chase women and try hard like that, but just like be better, you know, because you know what you did. When you don't accept it, all you do is point the finger at everybody else. This her fault. She the slut. She the this. No, it's not her fault. You picked a slut. You picked a woman who had mental issues. You picked a woman who liked to drink in the bar on the weekend. You picked the woman who you met on a girl's trip. You picked the woman who you met in a club. You did that. You picked a woman who when you met, she had 4 kids and she let you nut in her after a week. You picked her. And she was letting somebody else nut in her. You picked her. So accept that L. And once you can accept that, I'm telling you, fellas, acceptance is everything. And see, let's talk about the red pill again. And the reason, I just had this spat with this red pill dude yesterday. That's what I'm talking about, the shit. But the reason why is because it doesn't teach. I like look funny at it. And there's some good guys. Let me not say there's some good guys. Because sidebar, the FBI just came out and said what I've been saying about that shit. But on Tuesday, I'm going to do a live stream about that. But, you know, there are guys who I've met that's in that community that are pretty solid. So I don't want to say every content creator. It's not what I'm saying. You know, but it's a lot of bullshit in that community. It's a lot of bullshit in that community, more than enough, right? But this type of teachings don't teach you self-accountability and self-responsibility. And it's pointing the blame at the modern woman. It's pointing the blame at women who drink and sluts and, you know, Americanized women. There's no accountability. It's basically like playing the victim. That's all they do is play the victim, really. That's all they do is play the victim and no accountability. You have to accept it. Once you can accept it, you can grow. The first rule of being a player, the first rule of being a stomp down dude, the first rule of being a real dude, a thorough dude, the first rule is you are responsible for the things that happen in your life. Everything that happens to you is your fault, good and bad. Guys who understand that are the coldest. They move the coldest. They move with, you know, they move thoroughly because they understand that they are in control. And if I'm in control, then, you know, I ain't going to have too many missteps. But when you think everybody else is the problem, you're going to keep getting what you got. You'll never grow. You understand what I'm saying? That's the first step, man. Accept the L. You have to accept the L when you make a bad decision. Accept it and learn from it and grow. Now, the second thing, purge everything about her. Throw away the sheets. Throw away her clothes that she left. Get rid of the toothbrushes. Change the sheets in your house. Change the shower rods. Change your drawers. Change your clothes. Change everything. Carpet clean. Pay some cleaning people to come and clean and deep clean so they can get the hair out of your bed, and get the hair out the carpet in. If y'all got a dog together, sell the dog and get another one. Nothing that reminds you of her. Delete her on social media. Take the text threads and delete all that shit. Delete every single picture. You must purge, right? You must purge. Don't worry about a woman thinking that, oh, I'm butthurt. She got you butthurt and she got one over on you. You weak and you hurt. Fuck all that because you ain't finna be fucking with her no way. So what she think of you don't even matter. And it shouldn't matter because she over there getting fucked and sucking on all type of dick right now. So what she thinks shouldn't even matter. Fuck what she have to think. Who cares if she look at you like you butthurt? You are butthurt, and you have to accept that and embrace that. You see what I'm saying? Your feelings are hurt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Fuck who don't like it. You understand what I'm saying? Purge everything, right? Every time you see her, every time you smell something, every time there's a trigger, it opens the wound again, and it makes it harder and harder to heal. Imagine you have a scab, you get cut, right? And imagine instead of just letting it heal, covering it up and just letting it heal, you pick at it and you dig in it every single day. Just imagine that. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to heal. That cut ain't going to be able to heal thoroughly. That cut not going to be able to heal thoroughly. It's going to take forever to heal. And you just can keep opening the wound and keep hurting it and keep hurting it. And eventually you're going to get a fungus. The same thing that's going to happen to you. You're going to keep opening the wound. You're going to keep looking at her, and eventually you're going to break down. You see what I'm saying? Everything. All social media, block her. Block her phone number, delete the text threads, delete all the pictures, delete all the nasty videos. She's done. Purge everything. Now, this is when you can add her back and accept her calls. And don't accept her calls, don't accept no talks, no nothing. When you look at her and you laugh, when you think back on the shit and you laugh at it like, what the fuck was I thinking? Now it's okay. But if you haven't done that, then you haven't. If you can't do that, you haven't healed enough. And so every time you see her, every time you hear her voice, every time you smell her, every time that you pull your hair off of her, you just gonna open that wound back up. Every time you scroll by on social media, every time you look at your stories and you see that she's looking at them, you're never gonna be able to heal, bro. You have to purge. That's very, very important. That takes strength, but you gotta be strong. You gotta be strong if you want to get the results. Now, number 3, embrace your emotions, fellas. Embrace them. It's okay that you hurt. It's okay that you feel pain. It's okay that you feel discomfort and lonely. Embrace it, right? The reason men are not good with emotions is because we always run from it or we always suppress it. We never embrace it. We never lay in the bed and wallow and say, you know what, I'm just angry today, and I'm angry. I woke up angry, and we don't embrace it. We try to run away from it. Now, I'm not saying stew in negative emotions, but feel it, embrace it, acknowledge it, and let it pass. You know, nothing is going to happen to you because you're angry or your feelings are hurt. Acknowledge it. Don't try to hide it with alcohol. Acknowledge it. I'm hurt. You'll laugh. Like, man, this bitch really got me. I fucked up. Embrace it. Embrace that pain, man. This will also help you regulate your emotions better. It'll also help you become more emotionally intelligent. You understand what I'm saying? Learning how to identify emotions, knowing what to do when you get certain emotions. You get that way. You become emotionally intelligent by learning emotions and learning how to deal with these emotions. You understand what I'm saying? You can't do that if you're not embracing it. If you're running from it, if you're showering it with weed, or you're using women to try to get over it, and you drinking and all type of shit, you're not gonna never be able to, have that type level of emotional intelligence that you need to get ahead. People who do drugs, men who do drugs and drink all the time, they don't have any type of emotional intelligence because they don't know what emotions. They can't even deal with their emotions. This is why men drive themselves to unaliving themselves, because they don't know how to deal with their emotions. And when they get to a point to where they can't run from their emotions anymore, they unalive themselves because they don't know how to live through them. They gonna the shit pass, emotions pass. You see what I'm saying? But embracing it, it teaches you, number one, it makes you stronger, and it helps you learn how to regulate your emotions. I didn't say wallowing in your emotions all day no, pick yourself up, do some things, get up, move around, move about, do the right things to get through your emotions. Do productive things to get through your emotions. But you want to know how to process your emotions. You want to know how to feel it. And most men just don't know how to do that. But if you learn how to do that, you'll be a cold beast. As far as that game shit go, when you learn how to regulate your emotions and you learn real emotional intelligence, you'll be a cold beast. You'll be able to identify other people's emotions in them even when they don't, and you'll be able to have a solution for it, or you'll know how to ease it or comfort it, making you a person's drug dealer. It's cold game, bro. Embrace your emotions, man. Now, the next thing that you need to do, right? So we got accept the L, purge, and embrace your emotions. The next thing is redirect the energy. The time you thinking about her, sitting and wallowing and thinking about her, all the good times, thinking about what she could be doing, you have to make a conscious effort to put that energy into you now and put it into, what you got going on. When you find yourself sitting and thinking in it, you lay in the bed thinking it, stop yourself and say out loud, fuck that bitch. I ain't thinking about this bitch right now. I need to think about how I'm going to get myself together. What do I want to do? What goals do I have? And start thinking on that. And every time you get sidetracked, stop yourself. Make a conscious effort to stop yourself. The brain is tricky. The brain going to interrupt you. You know what I'm saying? But you got to control that motherfucker. Hey, we ain't doing that today. Pray or do whatever you got to do. Hey, God, listen, get her out of my mind. The devil is a lie. You understand what I'm saying? However you got to do it, though, do what you got to do. But redirect the energy, the time and the energy that you put into the relationship, now put it into yourself. The time that you're using to think about her, think about yourself. Think about what you're going to do. The time you spend sitting around worrying, use it to build. You put all your energy into her for the last 8 years. Now, the next 8 years, put it into you and watch how far ahead you go. That's what I did. Look at me now. You know, every time I break up, man, I come back a whole new man. I come back 10 times better because I put all that energy into me. You know, straight up. And, man, listen, anytime that I've broken up with a chick, I always like, take off. I take off. You know, because I know to put it into me now. You know, it ain't about their relationship no more. Fuck their relationship. Now I can be free. Now I have the freedom to put all I don't have to relegate some of my energy to regulating somebody else's emotions or being responsible for somebody else and thinking for other people and protecting them. But fuck all that. Protecting, providing, fuck that. I'm finna put all this shit into me. You know, you should actually be happy. You should be excited because this is your come up now because you have nothing but energy to good, strong, intense energy to build something. You see what I'm saying? And you're going to come out on top. A lot of guys, man, Facebook was built like that, man, from being rejected. He took that energy and built Facebook. You know, now we got Instagram and all this shit. Redirect that energy, bro. Put it into you now. But that's not nothing that's passive or that's on autopilot. You have to consciously do that. So make the conscious effort to say, I'm going to focus on me now. Write out a plan. And every day you get up and you do things to focus on you. You do things to better yourself. You do things to edify your mind. You do things to lose weight or, you know, learn some shit or make more money. Write it down and say, this is what I'm going to focus on now. Because the last 10 years I've been focused on that. So I'm going to focus on this now. And watch how far you come, bro. Watch how far that shit take you. You know? So that's directing the energy. Now, number 5, if you don't have one, get one. Purpose or mission in life. Get your purpose and your mission together. As a man, you need to be doing something. Your life has to have a purpose. Now, everybody says, oh, how can I find my purpose? I can't find my purpose. You don't find your purpose. You create one. I want everybody to go read the book called Think and Grow Rich. And it talks about creating a definite purpose, not letting no purpose come to you and knock at your door because it don't work like that. But making the conscious decision and saying, this is what I dedicate my life to do. That's what I did. That's what I did with this. I said, this is what I'm going to do. This didn't just knock on my door. No, I said, this is what I'm going to do in my life. I'm going to write a book and I'm going to help men not be in shitty positions and not be heartbroken. And that's what I set out to do. That was a decision that I made. It didn't come to me. It's not going to come to you. Now, if you don't have anything to yet, if you don't know yourself yet, if you don't know what you like, you don't know what you're passionate about, make the decision to say, I'm going to go contribute to somebody else's and go contribute to society through somebody else until you figure your shit out. But go do something and have a mission, not just waking up, going to work every day. Fuck that. Just waking up, going to work, come home, that shit out. If you're going to go and have a job, have a purpose for being on that job and not just a check. And this is why the seduction course is important, because it teaches you about how women become bored like that with men just going to work and coming home, and men have no intrigue, no passion, no drive, no conviction, because they're not working for something. When you work for something as a man, just the drive and the conviction to be doing something that you're passionate about, just that alone is attractive to women. And that don't have nothing to do with them, but just that quality is attractive. You see what I'm saying? If you don't have a purpose or you don't know what you want to do, help somebody else. Go contribute to somebody else, and that's going to thus contribute to the advancement of society. But the best way to create your purpose is to figure out how you're going to how you want to contribute to the advancement of society through your talents, passions, or hobbies. You see what I'm saying? The things that you love to do, the things that get you excited. Figure out how you're going to contribute, how you're going to move humanity forward through that. That's how you create your purpose, man. You sit down and you say, how do I want to contribute to society? How do I want to move humanity forward, right? What do I like doing? What am I good at? What do I want to be good at? What am I most passionate about? And you live through that. Contribute through that, whatever it may be. That don't mean you have to land on the moon, or go do something like, sail the 7 seas and go feed kids in Africa. You don't have to do nothing grand like that. It can be as little as, I want to help people get in shape through fitness. I want to make sure men are not being hurt by shitty women. I want to make sure, kids in the hood have mentorship. I want to make sure people have the right access to medicine. I want to make sure, that, when people go to a doctor, they have a good doctor. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to be a doctor. I want to make sure people have somewhere to live. I want to make sure that I'm controlling, my generational wealth through real estate. I want to make sure that people never are bored again. So I'm going to just go play basketball. Or I want to make sure people feel good after heartbreaks. So I'm going to make music. It's all type of shit you can do. I want to make shit easier for when people, for business owners who can't hire, assistants. So I'm going to create this thing called Chat GPT. You see, there's all type of things that you can do through your passions and purpose. Through your passions and your hobbies and the things that you love to move humanity forward. And the world is going to reward you with money when you do this. But don't look at it to make money. Look at it to move humanity forward. You understand what I'm saying? In a positive way. That's how you create your purpose. But you need this. So while you're going through this, figure out what you're going to do with your life. You understand? I want to make sure, people have food to eat, right? And the grocery store stay stocked because I like trucks. So I'm going to be a truck driver. Or I want to travel, right? I want to visit the States. I want to see the backcountry. So I'm going to drive trucks so I can do that. Or whatever you want to do. But there's all types of anything that you're good at, anything that you're passionate about, anything that you want to be good at, anything that gets you excited, there's a market for it. I can guarantee you there's people that need it or people that want to see it somewhere. Go do that and go serve that market. And let's move humanity forward. Now, next thing is work out. Get your body right. Get your body right, man. Get your body right. When you get your body right, you get your mind right. Working out, it soothes anxiety and it soothes depression. It alleviates depression. It alleviates anxiety and it alleviates depression. It's studies that say working out is just as good as an antidepressant. Like that's prescribed, working out. And I know because I worked out, through a heartbreak, and an ego smashing. That's when I started to work out and get in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And man, did that help me. That helped me a lot. And I got myself in good physical shape. You see what I'm saying? It helped lower my blood pressure. It helped all these health benefits that came from working out. It helped me clear my mind so I could be more productive. You understand what I'm saying? Work out, man. Get your body together. I know, your boy's getting fat and shit, but I'm about to get back on it. I used to be sexy. But your boy getting fat, man. This thing, man, it has taken up all my time, but I'm about to get back on track though, for sure. For sure. But anyway, man, work out. You're going through that heartbreak, just go get your gym membership and go to the gym 5-6 times a day. 5-6 times a week. See what I'm saying? And you will feel better. Trust me. It will make you feel better. The next, find some new things to do. Find new hobbies. Look up on your city's, event page or whatever and see what's going on. Go down to the vegan festival. Go down to the food show. Go down to the Riverwalk. Go find something to do. Go take up a new hobby. Go act strong. Go paint. Go take up a martial art. Go learn to play basketball. Go learn how to fish. Go book a fishing charter and go catch fish. Find something new. Find a hobby, to help take your mind off of certain things. and help calm you and help channel that energy into something that can actually make you happy and make you feel better. You understand what I'm saying? New hobbies are underrated. New hobbies are very underrated. But yeah, go get you some new hobbies. And last but not least, date, but date casually. You proceed with caution. I don't want you guys out here with this vulnerable energy. But once you take in the steps to heal, it's okay to date casually. After a certain amount of time. I say after a breakup, when you first break up, you should take at least a month to yourself. No pussy, no nothing. Just a month to yourself to get it out your system. Because when you get out there with that negative energy, you get out there with that bad, vulnerable energy, the vampire's going to strike, bro. They going to get you. So be careful. Take some time. Take a month. Take 2 months. Get yourself out the hole a little bit. Pick your confidence back up naturally. That way you can get out here straight and not be out here like a vulnerable man open to attack from energy vampires, because they coming for you, like my man in the email. You understand what I'm saying? But if you do these 8 things, you will be okay. Remember, one thing I want you guys to remember is you cannot get around the consequences of making bad decisions. You cannot get over the consequences of making bad decisions. And the consequence of choosing the wrong woman, playing the game wrong, violating the rules of the game, violating the rules of relationships, picking the wrong woman, leading with your dick, leading with your wallet, not having standards, not having boundaries, not being respected. The consequence of that is the feelings that you feel after a breakup. The feelings that you feel when you get cheated on. That is the consequence. There are consequences to everything you do in life, whether good or bad. And I need y'all to understand that. When you understand that and you start treating yourself like a human being and not a frame house, you'll move better and you'll make decisions. I'm going to end it on that note. This is your gracious game advisor. Guys, theseductionmastery.com. Get on the wait list right now, theseductionmastery.com. Also, join me at the Players Club at theplayersclub.vip. I'm on all social medias, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at kingsreism.com, KINGDREISM.com. The Savor Bro Show on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. This is none other than your gracious game advisor. Yours truly, I'm gone.